According to our textbook, Introduction to Criminal Justice, written by Robert M. Boehm and Keith N. Haley, First Amendment rights is defined as the Constitution guarantees freedom of speech, press, assembly, petition, and religion. The U.S. Supreme Court has rendered numerous decisions affecting prisoners' rights to freedom of speech and expression and freedom of religion. I do not believe the prisoner's rights are being violated. I do not believe the prison is in wrong for quote-unquote denying the room for that particular Tuesday night. The prison is not saying that they have to cease meeting altogether or abandon their Asian religion. The situation is the meeting room is reserved for what seems like an annual event. It doesn't say that in the prompt, but that's the feeling that I got reading it. It comes down to scheduling events, not a violation of the First Amendment rights. Again, the prompt sounds like the Christmas Eve service is an annual event. I used to work at the Houston County Chamber of Commerce, and I was in charge of scheduling city events and community events. However, and also individuals that wanted to come in and rent the Civic Center. And I worked with an individual who would reserve the Civic Center for the first Saturday of every month for a year. However, we had certain city events and community events that were the same day every single year for decades, So if one of those events fell on the first Saturday of the month, then it trumped the individual who was trying to schedule it. And that's the first thought that came to mind reading this prompt. It was kind of the same situation as far as just scheduling events. I do, however, believe that the prison should put forth effort or be required to find the prisoners a secondary place to practice their Asian religion, especially since they have a good reputation and they don't cause any trouble. In the lecture, it stated inmates are free to practice either conventional or unconventional religion in prison, and prison officials are obligated to provide accommodations. So this statement validates that the prison should offer the group a secondary meeting place for their Asian religion. And if the prison doesn't have another meeting area in place for them, then they should allow them to meet another day that week, like Monday night instead of Tuesday night that week. In my opinion, though, the inmates should not be causing a huge fit because of scheduling issues. Again, they're not being forced to stop their religion altogether. I do not believe in any form or fashion that the obscurity of the religion plays a role in the decision-making process of the prison. If the prisoners were a part of a larger religion like Judaism or Islam, I don't think that would make a difference. Ultimately, I do not believe the First Amendment rights are being violated.